So guys, gonna stop the video because um, basically it's just more of the same. So anyway, I am Balha. I do a lot of MF video, try a lot of stuff, and in this occasion I wanted to bring you some testing that I have been doing lightning arrow magic find, primarily using Nimis most of the time, as you see in this video. But it's really hard to see, but yeah. So I was testing chain like pierces and stuff because since the arrows come back to you at the end of the flight, um, you want to pierce as many enemies as possible because as far as I know, they count as hits. So each time you pierce an enemy, lightning arrow hits 5 additional enemies surrounding that enemy. So if you pierce multiple enemies at the same time, you get like a chain reaction of lightning arrows hitting multiple times multiple enemies. So that's what you can see like in the video in general. Like you see a lot of lightings going down and stuff. And mostly this is a proof of concept. I would be glad if some people could give me some ideas about the how to make like more damage or another item choices. This is a MF character. I will show you the year. So what you see here, it is a 100% delirious map. This is lightning arrow using Voltaxic Rift, the bow, and converting all of our lightning damage to chaos damage. Basically, we put a 90% choke on all the enemies, and we spread that choke through the forbidden jewels. You can use also the mastery that it only works in 10% radius. Some enemies are really hard to put choke on, so I use the forbiddens from the ascendancy. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the gear. So again, this is a proof of concept. This is 100% delirious. I do not do this content with the character. My character is an MF character, as you can see here. I use I was testing benching cascade. I'm not really sure how it works. It's really hard to test this because there is a bunch of things happening at the same time. You have a payload of arrows, and each arrow hits multiple times, multiple enemies. I also have chain, so chain occurs after the pierces. So I was testing how many pierces should I use before chain occurs, because each time it chains, first of all, it hits enemies that are not in the line of sight usually of the skill, right? Because this is kind of random, see? So each projectile comes back to you because of Nimis and hits enemies multiple times. So I need to know how should I balance the pierces, how should I balance the chains is always there because I think it's really solid. So the links I'm using is lightning arrow with chain, void manipulation, inspiration for the mana cost, basically wet, all the wet, and then I don't know. This is the last thing I tested, and it's crazy because I was trying to test poison damage because this thing hits multiple times, like hits so crazy maps. So I'm testing, capping my poison chance, right? This was primarily a hit build, okay? It wasn't a poison build. So I capped the poison to 100%. I removed the critical damage support for the Iron Nova. So the poison, as you see, is not really that big, but we stack a lot of poisons, and we're pathfinders, so we are proliferating those poisons all the time to all the enemies. And so yeah, we're stacking a lot of flash effect, so our progenesis is really huge. We prevent a lot of damage. We move really fast, right? Let's see. I don't have onslaught here, but let's say I have onslaught like this, right? So moon speed is pretty decent. I get moon onslaught because of the chest, but I'm not being hit, so it doesn't proc actually outside the map. So yeah, that's the video, guys. I don't want to make it any longer. The gear I want to show the gear. So this is just the helmet. Lightning arrow hits 2 additional enemies. White quiver because of ascetic. Blue item. This is just a Voltaxic Rift with some random. I just picked it because of the explicits, 15 attack speed and high base damage. I think ideally you probably would use onslaught, so you don't have to use this chest. I haven't tinkering so much with different things, but I just settle on this, just damage, whatever. So Nimis is expensive, right? Cost 40 divines. This is the most expensive part of the build. Of course, you can test with Vengeant Cascade. Should work similar, because this actually needs to hit the enemy. A difference from Nimis. Nimis doesn't need to. Just at the end of the flight, they come back. Vengeance, as soon as they hit the last enemy, they come back. And they pierce, so apparently when you pierce different enemies, it counts as a lightning arrow hit, so we had a lot of enemies at the same time. So Ventor, right, Goldworms, this thingy I was testing to have low mana cost. Yeah, these are the flasks that I'm using right now. Like nothing much defense. In fact, my defense is very trash. Like what you saw in the video was mostly like some trines and then life on hit. I have life on hit Vitality Watcher. I get a lot of I have recoup thingy for physical damage. So yeah, that's mainly that. You can see my inventory is full of things I was testing. So yeah guys, that's all. Sorry, I prolonged the video again. I want to show you the tree. This tree is very scuff. I don't have any points that I'm usually use here. For example, projectile attack damage. I use rarity here, and I don't know where else. I think. I don't know. Anyway, I just put some points to cap my poison chance basically, and just go with the weapon. So yeah, this is the tree, guys. This is just this cluster is expensive. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, I don't think you need it at all. I did the 100% there is with this, but you can get like a less powerful, stuff than this, especially if you don't want to do MF. Okay, I just go overboard because I'm MFing. Okay, guys, I don't want this build to be an intent of, oh, you're playing this, well, turnout shoot is better, and blah blah blah. Yeah, turnout shoot is better, but you need a way higher budget to play like decently, and even then you can really do 100% areas with that. Like big magnified items like blue helmet, white quiver. Quiver is like you can get like 30 or 40% damage from a quiver. So guys, that's the video. That's 10 minutes. So sorry again. And I hope you guys, I hope to hear from you in the commentaries in the video, on Reddit or wherever you're watching it. Thank you, gracias, and I see you guys around.